UNLV has lived really in the bottom of the Mountain West for the last few years, and that could change this year with some exciting talent that wasn't enough to win them more games in 2021. This is a team that we could see take a big step forward. And some of those guys that we'll talk about here are big reasons why many people believe that they could be much better in 2021. At number 10, we have former USC defensive end Connor Murphy, a guy who was played a little bit for the Trojans, and I think he's a great addition for this defense, a guy who can step in and make a big impact right away. This is a defense that's going to need it, and he can provide that spark for them. Number 9, I don't know if this is going to happen, but quarterback Tate Martell, the former Ohio State and Miami transfer, comes back home after playing for Bishop Gorman in high school. Former four-star is electric when the ball is in his hands, and I really hope that he's able to play for this team because I think this is a great fit for him. They can give him the chance to showcase what he can do, and this is going to be beneficial for both sides if things work out for them. I haven't heard anything about Martell being on the field yet, but he's going to be the best quarterback on this roster. And I hope that he's able to reset his mind and he's able to, I don't know. If you watch QB1, you probably didn't have the best impression of Tate Martell, and that's very fair. This is a fair assessment of that. But I hope that maybe these two transfers have humbled him a little bit, and he's realized that he needs to get to work. It seems like he's been putting in work in the offseason, so it'll be fun to see if he can put everything together and kind of regroup and get back to what he does best, which is playing football. Number 8, linebacker Vic Frazier, the former Minnesota QB, transferred to UNLV and went back to his old position of linebacker. When he was at junior college, he played quarterback and linebacker. Now he's back at linebacker. So I guess if things don't work out with Martell or the other two quarterbacks, they can just put Frazier there. 31 tackles last year, the leader of this defense, or one of the leaders, I should say, a guy who's going to make plays for them and clearly has found a position that works for him. Number 7, defensive end Adam Plant Jr., 7 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, another guy who's going to make an impact for this defense. Number 6, safety Bryce Jackson, 42 tackles last year. Back end of the defense, man, this defense is really shaping up to be pretty good, and we're not done talking about them yet. But the offense, I think, is what the big question mark will be. Even a guy like Zyle Griffin at wide receiver will be a guy that can make some big plays. It just comes down to who's going to win the quarterback job, because there's a couple guys that are solid. It's just a matter of, can the quarterback be what they need him to be. Number 5, that quarterback position, Justin Rogers and Doug Brumfield. Man, Rogers comes in from TCU. If it's him and Brumfield, then it'll be fine. If Martell's in there, that's good competition. We'll find out soon enough as the season approaches. And this quarterback position is going to be a big key for this team. Number 4 is guard Julio Garcia. 27 games of experience. That's something you need when you have a quarterback battle, is an offensive line that can handle the pressure of what they need to do. Number 3, running back Charles Williams, 495 yards and 4 touchdowns. A veteran, he's been doing this for a while, has a ton of yards under his belt. He's one of the best running backs in the Mountain West. Number 2, linebacker Jacoby Windham. Honorable mention Mountain West last year, 6.5 tackles, 5 tackles for loss. He and Vic Frazier gives them 2 of the best linebackers in the conference. And number 1 is wide receiver Kyle Williams. As a freshman, he had 426 yards and 2 touchdowns. Everything I've seen or heard about him this year is that he's due for a breakout season. Last year was kind of a breakout, but I think now that he has a full season, we'll actually have breakout numbers. So UNLV, a team to definitely keep your eye on in the Mountain West. Team that could be significantly better than they were in 2020.